University Hickory from Topeka, Kansas against your University of Central Missouri Generals. The MIAA and ACAA encourages and promotes good sportsmanship by our student athletes, coaches, and spectators. UCM asks that you please show your support in a positive manner. Be sure to save your ticket from tonight's match for extra savings from Country Kitchen, Culver's, Ivy, and Jimmy John's. Be sure to take advantage of the savings from those sponsors on the back of your ticket or on the credit page of the online ticket. Concessions by Sodexo invite you to stop by the concession stand for food and a refreshing beverage. It's located in the northeast corner of the arena. Follow UCM Athletics on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and online at www.ucmathletics.com.
Mules National Golf Club is a full-service 18-hole public golf course. The facility is owned and operated by UCM. It's a premier golf destination in West Central Missouri because of its beautiful course and lush greens. If you're an everyday golfer or just learning how to play the game, our course offers rates for public play in addition to student racing. Visit mulesnational.com for more prices.
The WK family has been proud to serve West Central Missouri for over 100 years, now with the big three, including General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. Visit WK in Sedalia, Boonville, online at WKFamily.com. Enjoy the game.
Fans, let's welcome back to the floor your 7th ranked University of Central Missouri Generals.
Catch all the Mules and Jenny's action.
Dara calls everybody off, makes the catch. And you have a regional champion, University of Central Missouri Mules, for the 19th time, and the dog pile is on behind the pitcher's mound.
Runs to the far side, wants to get rid of it downfield. Ball's going to be tipped away and incomplete, no flags, and that's going to do it. The Mules will win the playoff game against the Greyhounds of UIndy at Walton Stadium. Kennedy, so that's going to do it. The Jennies have punched their ticket to the Elite Eight with 7 freshmen, 3 seniors. Unbelievable. What a game. 67-57. The Jennies are going dancing in Columbus, Ohio. And they're going to cut that.
Purchase your subscription to the MIAA Network by visiting the MIAAnetwork.com or UCMathletics.com.
All right, and we'd like to welcome everybody to a night of volleyball action here at the UCM Multipurpose Building. It is the 11-1 Washburn Ichabods against your University of Central Missouri Jennies at 10-1 and 3-0 in the MIAA. Washburn is also undefeated in the conference. So let's take a look at the Jennies here. They ended up stomping the Bearcats and swept them and won against Emporia State 3-1 on Thursday. Washburn's coming into town, and like I said, they are 11-1 over and 3-0 in conference play. So let's see if the Jennies can play well and get another win to continue their 4-game winning streak on the road to 5 against this competitive and tough Ichabod team. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining into Central TV Sports Network. I'm Nick DeStefano doing the play-by-play, and I'll be bringing you today's action along with my broadcaster, Joe Moore, doing the color commentary. So let's take a look at the teams here. First, the Jennies. The Jennies, as we mentioned, swept the Bearcats, and it was their second game in a row that involved a sweep against them. And as a team, the Jennies are doing very well in their hitting. Against Emporia State on Thursday night, they won 3-1. They averaged Emporia State to a .065 hitting percentage. That's the 5th game in which the Jennies have only averaged an opponent to under .100 in hitting percentage. Audrey Fisher, we mentioned last game, she received the MIAA Player of the Week previously and had a team-best .438 hitting percentage. Against the game against Emporia State, Overdahl had 41 assists and her 7th double-double. Barnum had 22 digs, which was a career high. Overdahl had 14 digs. Laerts had a double-double as well with 14 digs and 10 kills. Then Anderson had 11 digs. Audrey Fisher also had 20 kills for 39 attempts with 4 errors, a season-high .410 attack percentage with 5 blocks. Flip Piontek is the coach, and they've played really well. It's his 13th season as the coach and 36th year with the program, and UCM's only one loss has been against Metro State, but otherwise they have been playing really well. Now we turn to Washburn. They come off a win against Emporia State, and they swept them 3-0. They had an 11-1 scoring run also in that game with a .367 hitting percentage. One of the players, Maxwell, had career kills 1,000 against Nebraska Kearney and had 13 kills on 15 attempts for a blistering .733 hitting percentage against Emporia State. Berg also had 9 kills in the matchup, along with Stevenson. Rottinghouse had a few. Sadler, she's very good with the assists, and they had a .367 hitting percentage against Emporia State, and they scored 57 points in that game with 45 kills. This team is really tough and can basically outdo anyone, along with the Jennies, and hopefully they'll be able to stop this team here, as these teams never quit. Joe, what do you say?
Yeah, we come in. This is going to be a great matchup tonight. And Washburn comes in ranked number 1 in the latest American Volleyball Coaches Association poll. Jennies are number 7. They're 10-1. Washburn 11-1. Washburn has had 6 games at home already. This is the Jennies' second game at home. So really excited to see a great matchup tonight. These are 2 teams that really battle it out game after game. Last time out, the Jennies beat Emporia State on Thursday. They only hit .201 in that game, but Emporia only hit .065. So Jenny's had 6 aces, took advantage of that. They had 7 blocks. Audrey Fisher, like I said, had a great match, 20 kills. She hit .410, and usually when you hit the ball 39 times, you don't hit for that high of a percentage, but she was on target all night. She's going to have to do that again tonight.
Yeah, so as they were getting ready to do the national anthem here and announce the starting lineups, we'll just leave it here. This will be a good game for sure against UCM and Washburn. They're tied up at 10-10 all time in the match. The last matchup against UCM and Washburn was a UCM 3-2 win, so it should be very close indeed if they do play to 5 sets.
Well, the Jennies are 7-1 this season in 3-set matches. They're 2-0 in 4-set matches. They've only had 1 match this year go 5. I would not be shocked if we see number 2 here tonight.
We mentioned they swept Northwest Missouri State back last Thursday when they played.
Yeah, that was at Maryville, and the Bearcats were ranked. I want to say number 12. I can't remember. Beat them at 25-14, 25-20, 25-18 at Northwest. So to go up to Maryville against a ranked opponent and sweep them, that's big time. Jennies are playing really well right now.
Most definitely, and Washburn comes in, like I said, with a record of 11-1, 3-0 in their conference. This coach here, Chris Herron, it's his 20th season as a coach. He's led this team to 5 MIAA titles, and he's been MIAA coach for the year 4 times.
Welcome to today's match between the Jennies and the Ichabods. We see this volleyball for
Always have a sportsmanship acknowledgement before every volleyball match, which I really think is a cool addition. A little trouble with the microphone. There should have been a microphone down the table. I don't think there's one down there, so they had to run up to the table where we are for the PA.
Fans, officials, coaches, and student athletes with respect. Thank you.
Getting that figured out.
As the sportsmanship was introduced, good job there, ladies. And now I think we're about ready for the national anthem. There's the national anthem. And now we're about to go to the starting lineups here. Now we have Taylor Antonowicz. And then we have Allison Maxwell. And we have Jalen Stevenson. And we have Sydney Fitzgibbons. We have Allison Sadler, then number 12. And then we have Kelsey Gordon. And then we have the libero, number 21, Faith Rottinghouse. Chris Herron's the coach. And that's the lineup for Washburn. It's a good lineup here for Washburn. We have Antonowicz, Maxwell, Stevenson, Fitzgibbons, Sadler, Gordon, and the libero Rottinghouse.
Yeah, this team comes in hitting .322. That is impressive as a team. Opponent's only hitting 137. Washburn has 14.71 kills per set. Opponent's just 10.56. So you're going to be pretty successful when you're getting more than 4 extra kills a match or a set than your opponents.
So now we're just waiting for the Jennies lineup here. Jennies have some talent for sure. We've seen it prior in matchups. And here's the lineup for the Central Missouri Jennies. We have number 5, Allie Offerdahl first. Then we have number 6, Hannah Engelken. Then we have number 9, Audrey Fisher. Then we have number 13, Aubrey Bell. Then we have Sydney Leers. Then we have number 20, Kirsty Nix. Then we have the libero, number 12, Riley Barnum. So for the Jennies, we have Offerdahl, Engelken, Fisher, Bell, Leers, Nix, and the libero Barnum. As the coaches shake hands and introduce, Chris Herron, Flip Piontek, both remarkable seasons with their squads. As we get set to go here for an amazing volleyball game tonight between the Jennies and Washburn.
Well, a pair of outstanding coaches. Flip Piontek's in his 13th year with the Jennies, 313-75. Should say his 13th year as the head coach. He was the assistant coach for years. Chris Herron is in his 20th season at Washburn, 542 and 108. So these guys know how to win. Jennies come in averaging 13.73 kills per set, 241 hitting percentage. Their opponents 10.59 kills per set, hitting 110. So a couple of teams have done a really solid job. Obviously, they've only got 1 loss this season. Jennies really played some tough competition in some early season tournaments on the road. Again, this is only their 2nd match at home. Washburn has been home for 6 matches. This is only their 3rd match on the road. They're 3-1 at neutral sites.
So hopefully we see a good game here between these two. They've got some good players. We mentioned the coaches. Flip Piontek guided the Jennies to 2 NCAA regional championships and 6 MIAA titles. Meanwhile, Chris Herron led his team to 5 MIAA titles, and he was MIAA Coach of the Year 4 times. So here we go. Aubrey Bell is going to be serving here, and we are ready to go. Nice hit over the net there by Fitzgibbons. Layerts picked it up over the net well. Good recovery there by Bell. Nice tap there by Fisher. And a nice hit there for Jalen Stevenson. And that's going to put the Ichabods up 1-0 here in this first set.
Just grazed the fingertips of a couple of Jennies that time to go over the in line, but still made contact, so they get the kill.
So there's Rottinghouse to serve for Washburn. Good kill there by Nix. The hit. Offerdahl hits it good there. And then another stop there by Washburn. That was Stevenson. Bell was unmanaged to hit it there, so now it's going to be 2-0 Washburn.
Jalen Stevens, a good freshman out of Spring Hill, Kansas.
So there's Rottinghouse with the serve. Offerdahl, good dig to Fisher. And battle of the nets there, and it's going to hit the net, so it's going to be
they're going to call a block. Yeah, they're going to call a blocking error on Washburn, say they were in the net going for the block.
So a blocking error there for Washburn, which puts UCM on the board, and now here's Audrey Fisher serving. Hits it over cleanly. Sadler backhands it. Recovered there by Offerdahl. Good hit by Layerts to get it over. Offerdahl. Good hit by Engelken. There was almost another block there, but they managed to keep the drive alive. Layerts gets it over the net. Going to be hit by Sadler, then Bell. Offerdahl. Good dig to Layerts. And that's another point there for the Jennies. That was a good dig there by Offerdahl and Layerts. They work really well together.
Washburn's arguing that the Jennies had 4 hits on that joust at the net, but I think what the officials are saying is that Jennies never touched it. They just dug it out, and then they were able to follow it up.
So some intense scoring here early as Fisher serves it over the net. Sadler, good dig to Stevenson. Good, they're back to Bell.
Great defense being played in this match already.
Yeah, we've seen some toughness here, and that's going to be another point given to Washburn.
Yeah, again, they're going to get Jennies with a blocking error. If you go up into the net, try and make that block, but you hit the net, then it's going to be an error. The point's going to go the other way.
So here's Chloe Pascal, the freshman, to serve it for Washburn. Gets it over the net there, hands it to Layerts. And that's going to be a point there for UCM.
Nice placement. That was right on that back line. Everybody was tucked up for Washburn as she went back line with that one. This is a veteran Washburn team. Of their starters, all are seniors.
And here's Offerdahl to serve it. And that's a service error on Offerdahl, which puts Washburn back up 4-3.
I think she tried that back line again that time, try and drop it over the top. But unlike soccer, the whole ball has to be in, not just part of it.
So here's Stevenson to serve it for Washburn. Gets it over there cleanly, passes it to the libero, which then is handed to Layerts. And then Bell recovers it from Jenna Berg. Good play by Sadler. Good dig to Berg. Then Berg hits it over, but Bell couldn't keep it with her, so now it's going to be another point for Washburn.
Yeah, Berg came into this match leading Washburn with 148 kills. That was a tomahawk that time.
So here's Stevenson again. Going to serve it and hand it to Layerts. Offerdahl then to Engelken for a dig. Good assist there from Offerdahl to Engelken, and that's going to put UCM on the board.
Engelken took a little bit off of that one. Washburn was hanging back thinking she was going to come hard, and she just kind of tipped it over, found a hole in the defense.
So here's Layerts serving. She had 10 service aces last time out. The total. That's going to be a good hit there for Jenna Berg. Back to Layerts. Good assist there from Sadler to Maxwell. Offerdahl to the libero Barnum. And then trying to play it off the net was Nix, but she didn't have enough momentum to hit it over the net, so it touched the net, so now it's going to be another Washburn point.
Now they're going to get a block assist for Jenna Berg and Allison Maxwell. They timed their jump perfectly, stayed together, good form, kept those hands stiff, and dropped that ball back over on the Jenny side.
So here's Allison Maxwell, 51 blocks total for her. Pass it to Layerts. And Offerdahl to Nix. And Nix, again, she tried to hit it over the net, but it just couldn't get over. That's her second error on this set.
Well, Berg and Fitzgibbons came together that time. Same spot, same result, just two different players on the block.
So now Washburn has a 7-4 lead here over the Jennies in the first set. Meanwhile, Maxwell serving, passes to Layerts. Bell just gets it over the net, and it's going to be out of bounds for Washburn. They tried to hit it, but it didn't get over, so.
She went line that time. That's tough to defend because your momentum's trying to keep you into the middle of the court. She went straight down the line, had to reverse direction, wasn't able to put anything on it.
So here's Barnum, the libero, serving for the Jennies. Hits it over, good. Sadler. And Sadler tried to play it across the net. She was trying to get one of her teammates to assist her, but they couldn't come up with it, so it didn't hit the net, so now it's a Jennies point again.
Well, she tried to back set to the far corner, and it didn't drop or got too close to the net, and Sadler wasn't able to come up with it.
So here's Barnum serving. Sadler. Good hit there by Berg. Offerdahl, Bell. Sadler again. Fitzgibbons. And then Layerts tried to pick it up, but it couldn't be retrieved.
Fitzgibbons did the same thing. She went down that line with all the momentum for the Jennies coming to the middle of the court. Couldn't reverse field.
So now it's 8-6 Washburn here in the first set. Sadler's going to be serving. Hits it over. Layerts. Offerdahl. Nix. She almost hit that net again, but she just managed to get it over cleanly. Back to Layerts. Offerdahl. Fisher. There's Sadler. Stevenson hits it over. Offerdahl to Bell. Sadler. Hit over by Jenna Berg, but that's going to... Thought that was out of bounds, but I guess they gave Washburn the point.
Well, it went off the Jennies. They went up for the block, and they didn't get a good solid block on it. Just deflected off of them, went out of bounds. Berg's solid offensive player. Only 5'9", but she can get up.
And she has 148 kills total, like we mentioned. Here's Sadler serving it. Fisher. Back to Sadler. Hit it over is Stevenson. Fisher just tries to hit it over the net, but it touches. We've seen a lot of these balls that...
Well, Fitzgibbons got up again and put that one down by herself that time. She comes in 26 total blocks. She has 2 already in this match.
Seems like a lot of these plays here have been really close to the net.
Well, that's where you're going to get a lot of your attacks, is they're going to be close to the net because you're trying to get it up there as close as you can so that you can just shoot it back down on the floor. But that's where the defense comes in.
And as Offerdahl tried to recover the ball, it was not there, so Washburn picks up another point. It's now 11-6.
Kelsey Gordon had the kill that time.
Serving it here is Sadler. Back to Bell. Offerdahl. A good hit by Nix, but Washburn touched it and wasn't able to pick it back up, so that's a good kill there for Nix. It's now 11-7 Washburn. Now serving it here is Arlie Anderson, the freshman out of KC. Washburn, Sadler. Berg tries to hit it. Bell. Fisher, nice little grab.
It was a great back set that time by Offerdahl. She put that one back behind her. Who's that, Bell that came in for the kill? Came looping around from the back side on the right side and was able to put that one down.
So Anderson. Lightly tapped there by Gordon. Good hit by Fisher, just a little too hard though. And that's going to be an error, so Washburn has it now 12-8.
Yeah, she caught that one on the way down, wanted to be on top of that ball. She's going to put it right in that far corner, and that's going to be a point for the Jennies. But as it was coming down, and she got a little too much under it.
So now it's going to be Antanowicz to serve. Back to Layerts.
How long did you practice that name?
A nice hit there by Stevenson. Bell gets it over. And Sadler, and a good hit there by Gordon. Good recovery by the libero there for UCM. Sadler and Fitzgibbons get into it together, and they try to come up with it, but it's going to be another Washburn point, and now it looks like coaches.
They're going to say Aubrey Bell got up there. She thought she got a good block on him. They're going to say she was in the net. Coach Flipiontek is calling for a challenge. He wants to review this play. He doesn't think she was in the net. He thinks she got a good block. They're going to take a look at this. Tell you what, if you're a fan of volleyball, you love this match because this is two great teams going at one another. A lot of rallies back and forth. Some really hard attacks. Great defense on the back end. Those, when the teams are hitting the ball as hard as these two teams are, it is really hard to dig that out because you have to react in time. You got to get comfortable under it and get it set. He's doing a super job, both defenses are doing a super job of putting that ball back up and giving their team another chance.
Yeah, this is a very good match we've seen here so far. It's 13-8, Washburn over the Jennies. And as we mentioned, Coach Piontek is challenging the play. So we'll see what happens there.
See the down official talking to Flip, and I think what they're saying is when she went up for the ball, she didn't get it on her side of the court. Her hands were over the net. She put it down on Washburn's side of the net. So great effort by Aubrey Bell, just a little too aggressive.
So here we go now. There's Antanowicz serving.
Bell came back that time and said, well, here, I'll get the point now.
Yeah, Bell just flipped it right over there to Sadler. She just couldn't even hit it. So
she looked a little mad that time.
Yeah, that was a good play there for UCM. So now it's 13-9. Here's Bell serving. Sadler. And right to the court is Gordon. Just stayed in bounds, though, so now it's 14-9. Washburn over UCM. Rottinghouse, the libero, is going to be serving. Bell, a nice backhand flip there by the libero, Barnum, for UCM. And then it is unable to corral it was Arlie Anderson, so that's going to be another point for Washburn.
Got that one to Arlie's right side. She wasn't able to get her feet underneath her. Juniors are going to call a timeout and talk about things now. Slow things down on the court.
So the Jennies call a timeout here.
Washburn has 10 kills to 7 for the Jennies. Jennies have 4 errors. Washburn hitting 273, which you would expect. I mean, the team comes in hitting 211. They're hitting 273. Jennies at .094, which is not going to get it done for you. 20 digs for Washburn, 18 for the Jennies. 3 total blocks for Washburn, 1 for UCM. So the attacking end of things, Washburn's getting more total attacks. Well, not by much. They're 33 to the Jennies 32. But they're not making the errors that the Jennies are making, and therefore they're getting some kills down.
You mentioned that hitting percentage, Joe. Washburn's already at .273. If they keep playing like this, they're going to be way above there. They only had a .3, which is really good still. They had a .367 hitting percentage against Emporia State, Washburn did last up. And Maxwell was the player there in that game. She had a .733 hitting percentage. So here we go after the timeout. It's going to be the libero, Faith Rottinghouse, for Washburn serving. 17 service aces for Rottinghouse as she hits it over. Offerdahl back to Fisher, and Fisher just drills her. That was Antonowicz that tried to get the ball but wasn't unable to do it. It's now 15-10 Ichabods.
That was a facial. Audrey put that right in her chops.
So here's Fisher with the serve. Sadler. And a good play there by Stevenson. Hit it to Bell, but was unable to corral it back. It's now 16-10 Washburn.
I was contended if you get up on a team by 5 points or more, you're going to win that set because it just takes so much to come back to regain the momentum. And then to get the lead.
Layers. And it was last touched by the Jennies, so that's going to be a point there for Washburn. That was Maxwell who hit it over. And the Jennies touched it and were unable to get it back, so now it's 17-10 Washburn.
Jennies need to tighten up at the net. They're doing a good job getting hands on the ball, but they're not holding firm, and the ball's dribbling down the line or shooting out of bounds. They've got to do a better job of coming straight up, getting the hands tight, so it doesn't fold them back, push them to the side. They can drop the ball back on Washburn's side of the court.
And that way, too, then the Jennies can, maybe control the ball better and hit it over the net easier. Here's Offerdahl now. Sadler. Back to Stevenson. Sadler and Stevenson have been doing a good job of assisting the ball to each other. Stevenson hit that ball over the net and was unable to be grabbed by UCM, so now Washburn extends their lead 18-11. Stevenson now. And then there's Layerts. Sadler. Back to Maxwell. That's going to be another point for Maxwell, and we're going to see a decent amount of assists here for Sadler. She has 339 overall, and she's done a lot so far in this game now as UCM takes another timeout.
Well, Ichabod's are doing a really fine job of using the entire court. They may be flowing to the right, but they're going to hit it back left corner. And then once you start trying to adjust for that, then they're going to come straight down the line. And if you adjust to that, they're going to touch it, kind of dump it over the middle. Haven't yet seen the setter with what we call a dump. They go up, looks like they're going to go for a set, and they just kind of dump it over the net. Haven't seen that yet, but you got to figure it's somewhere in the playbook. So they've done a really good job of coming all over the court, really forcing the Jennies to play defense all over the place. And when you do that, oftentimes you can get yourself out of position, and it makes it hard for you to get on the attacking end.
Both these teams are very competitive. We mentioned that the all-time record is tied up, and this will be a very good match here between the Jennies and the Ichabods. Let's just see if the Jennies can capitalize here a little bit. But yeah, Jennies are doing a good job, I feel like. They're attacking the ball real well. They're just so close, it's kind of hard for them to hit it back.
Well, too many errors because they're hitting it into the blocks. Washburn's doing a really good job of blocking at the net. So Gens have 8 kills, 4 errors on 36 attempts, so they're only hitting 111.
So here's Stevenson now serving for Washburn. Back to Layerts. Offerdahl. Good little soft barrel there by Engelken, who recovers then by Bell. Layerts.
Little miscommunication, dropped right between 4 Ichabod players that time. Coach is not happy about that. Like, relax, Chris. You're up 19-12. Yeah, Chris Aaron, very intense coach.
Yeah, Washburn, they didn't really have a chance. They could have hit it back, but they just let it drop, and that was what the point was for the Jennies there. So here's Jackie Storm serving. And that was almost a service error, but it bounced right over the net and was playable. Storm recovers it, backhands it to Nix. Sadler. And a very powerful kill there by Maxwell, but it doesn't count as a kill because she hit it too hard and it was out of bounds. So now UCM's scored another point. It's now 19-13 Washburn. Here's Storm. And a good try there by Antonowicz.
Yeah, good idea because that ball came over the net off the serve reception, and she was just going to try and dump it to the far side. Too much English on it. Got it over the line.
So here's Maxwell to serve it. Covered there by Storm. Nix barrels, just taps it over. And Sadler. Recovering it is Offerdahl, then hands it to Storm. Sadler. Back to Berg. And that's going to be a kill for Jenna Berg. She's got 148 total, and there's another one. As UCM was unable to corral it, it's now 21-13 Washburn.
Berg, that was her 3rd kill of the match. I'm a little bit surprised. Seems like every time she goes up, she's getting a kill. Again, 5'9", but man, does she have some ups.
So here's Emma Williams with the serve. Passed it to Storm. Bell bounced off the net, but is still playable. Hits it over is Engelken. And then touched again by Engelken as Fitzgibbons hit it over. A nice block there by Nix. and then was just unable to reach it. There was the libero Riley Barnum, so that's going to be another Washburn point. It's now 22-13 here in set one. Emma Williams serving. Picked over by Storm to Bell. Sadler. And that's going to be on Washburn.
I believe the up official overruled the line judge, said that ball did come out of bounds, so they gave the point to Washburn.
And a good kill there by Anglican. And now UCM's got a point. It's now 23-14. Anglican is best in blocks in the MIAA at 46. Meanwhile, here's the libero Riley Barnum. She's the team leader in digs with 146. Back to Sadler. Then to Berg, and that's going to be another kill on Berg because UCM tried to hit it and they couldn't get it over the net, so that's her fourth kill of this match.
That's her fifth.
Fifth,
Just a couple minutes ago. Hitting 357 to 5 kills, no errors, 14 attempts. Also has a couple of block assists.
So here's Sadler. Back to Storm. Offerdahl to Bell. And that's going to be a Washburn point. And they win set one here, 25-14. So we're going to be right back here after these messages.
WK has been serving Central Missouri for over 100 years, a family atmosphere driven by 4 generations of ownership. Whether you're in the market for a car, truck, or SUV, our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff is here to assist with your next vehicle purchase. Or if your current vehicle needs maintenance, our award-winning service department with master certified technicians will work on any make or model. We want you to join the WK family and see why it's a great day at WK. Visit WKFamily.com or come see us in Sedalia and Booneville.
All right, we're back here in the multi-purpose building. The UCM Jennies versus Washburn Ichabods. Washburn just took the first set, 25-14. Washburn has 18 kills to UCM's 10. The hitting percentage is a big key for these two teams. Washburn has a .319 hitting percentage, only to UCM's 89. UCM has had 1 service error, 21 digs to 27 of Washburn. And Washburn's doing a good job with the blocks. They've put up 4 early on in this first set.
Yeah, Washburn's doing a really fine job at the net. That's something the Jennies are going to have to adjust to. Stop trying to hit it through the block. Maybe mix it up a little bit and come down the line so they're not having to try and go through that block every time.
So let's see here with this second set. UCM can even it up here. Here we go. We're back for the second set. UCM's been doing pretty well. We mentioned they're 10-1 on this season. These two teams are really good between kills, hitting percentage, digs, attacks. So it should be a good one here. And here's Faith Rottinghouse, the libero. Back to Offerdahl. Lears. Sadler. Hits it to Gordon. Nice attack there by Stevenson. Lears trying to get it up and over. And she got it over. So that's going to be a point here for UCM. That was a nice play there by Sydney Lears.
Yeah, played it off the block really, really well that time. Jenny's, toward the end of the last set, really looked like they were starting to get a little out of sorts. Didn't look like they were in control, were constantly chasing the ball instead of being set up, ready to make good contact with it. They need to clean that up this second set.
Good attack there by Fisher. And then is unable to be picked up there by Barnum, so it's going to be a point here for Washburn. It's tied at 1-1.
Just miscommunication that time. That was not a difficult ball to play, but they got hung up together. Two Jennies got hung up together, got crossed up because they didn't have good communication.
So here's Washburn now to serve it. That's Chloe Pascal.
She's going to sub in Kirsty Nix into the match.
5'7" freshman. Serves it. Back to Bell. Good attack there by Lears. Bell. And another good play by Lears.
Well, even if they are clean with the block, that ball's going to drop where nobody can get to it. But that time they got the block, and then they came back down and hit them again.
So here's Offerdahl. Sadler. Good assist there to Stevenson. And that's just going to be a little bit of a miscue there on UCM, so it's going to be a point here for Washburn.
Yeah, they got two hands on the ball, two sets of hands on the ball, but it didn't give it enough air underneath it for somebody to come up from the backside and fill the hole.
So here's Jalen Stevenson serving it. Floated by Lears, but had help by Offerdahl.
Got the antenna coming over that time.
So now that's going to be a point on UCM after it was hit on the net, the railing there of it. So now it's going to be Lears. Good serve by Lears. Back to Sadler. And then hit to Berg and then Lears. Lears was unable to pick it up. So now that's going to be another point on Washburn.
You know, that's one of the tough things about volleyball. Playing the game of basketball, if you've got a hot hitter or a hot shooter, you work to defend and keep them from getting the ball. Football, you tighten up on the running back, or you ghost the quarterback, or you pick that one player and you just mark that player and you defend them. Can't do that in volleyball because you're not actually manning somebody up. If that were the case, I'd say somebody get in there and get in Berg's face so she can't hit the ball, but they're setting their offense up to roll it through Berg so she can get a lot of kills today.
And we just saw Nix there with an amazing kill. Hit it over, and it was unable to be maintained there by Washburn. So now it's 4-3 Jennies here in set number 2. Audrey Fisher here to serve. Sadler. Good play by Berg. Berg's been hitting really tough balls there over the net. It's been kind of tough for UCM to get it back at times. Now it's Storm. And a good play there by Nix. That was an amazing kill. She hit it cleanly. The ball stayed in bounds, and now UCM has a 5-3 lead.
Yeah, Nix did a good job that time getting up high on the ball, catching it on the way down so she could get under or get over it and drive it into the ground. That's the first service ace of the match.
So a little miscue there by Washburn. They were unable to hit it back. So UCM extends their lead. It's now 6-3. Here's Fisher. Sadler. Storm. And another amazing kill by Kirsty Nix. She is 5th best in the MIAA in that stat. And now the Jennies are up 7-3.
Came in tonight leading the Jennies with 124 kills, hitting 279, and she's stepping up her game right now when the Jennies needed her to, give them a 7-3 lead. They needed to clean some things up, get some confidence back, and it looks like they might have done that. Coming out at the end of that game, Coach Piontek get them over there, get them settled down, make a couple of adjustments. And in the early going of this set, they've done a good job of executing.
Yeah, they've done a good job for sure cleaning some things up here. As Coach Piontek is doing a very good job, as he always does with his players. You know, he's such a very good, charismatic type of coach. So he knows what he's doing, and he's trying to get these Jennies to do well, and they are. So, yeah, they've been doing better here maintaining the ball. I think if you're Washburn, you just need to, you know, communicate just a little bit better on, you know, types of the ball, like where it's going to be hit, and just avoiding those costly errors here.
Well,
if you're Washburn.
Jennies need to do what Washburn did last set and use the full court. Hit the back corner, hit and just dump it over the net. Find the holes, mix it up between going aggressive and just tapping it.
Yeah, it seemed like in the first set there were a lot of close plays to the net, but Jennies are trying to get things rolling here. Meanwhile, Fisher's up to serve. And Washburn was just able to get it over that net. And there is a kill. That is Hannah Engelken. And now the Jennies have an 8-3 lead.
And Washburn right now looks like the Jennies looked at the end of set number 1. They look a little out of sorts and off balance.
So there's Fisher there with the serve. Hits it to Berg, back to Fisher. Bell. Sadler. And the play's still going on here. And now it's going to be another point for UCM. And Chris, the coach, Chris Herron, is not very happy with that.
Yeah, he's wanting to know how it was not a lift when the Jennies player was coming down on the ground and she gets it back up in the air. But as long as she gets underneath it and doesn't catch it and toss it.
That's going to be a service ace there on UCM. The ball was just in possession, but Washburn thought it was an error because it may have gone past the line, but it had enough, and UCM's going to serve again.
Audrey Fisher came into this match with 7 service aces. She has 2 this time around when she's serving.
Offerdahl, Storm, Nix, Sadler. Nix, good backhand play. Sadler. Been a very nice kill there by Berg, and that puts Washburn up a point, so it's going to be 10-4 now, Jennies.
Yeah, when you want to break serve, get the ball to Berg and let her come outside. She's rotating over here to this left side and really doing a good job of coming across and hitting back corner.
Yeah, Berg's doing a very good job in that aspect. So here's Sadler serving. Back to Storm. Nix gets it over. Back to Berg, unable to beat, but somehow that got over the net by Storm. I didn't see that coming. Nice backhand there by Offerdahl to Bell. Sadler. And UCM's unable to recover it, so it's going to be a point here on Washburn. Herron's still upset, but the ref's telling him to kind of cool it a little bit.
He's saying the Jennies are coming under the net when they're playing at the net. He's saying they're coming under the net. Just really trying to get in the down referee's ear and have him watching some extra things.
So here's Sadler with the serve. Nix tries to get it over but can't, so it's a point there for Washburn. It's now 10-6.
How's Berg and Fitzgibbons coming together again on that block? They've done that a couple of times tonight.
So here's Sadler. Back to Storm. Good play there by Engelken. Washburn touched it, so now UCM has a point. It's 11-6.
Yeah, she went through Fitzgibbons and Gordon that time. They both went up together. She attacked it as they were coming down. They weren't able to get good contact on it, just dribbled on their side of the net.
Anderson serving it, Sadler. And a good kill there by Kelsey Gordon, the senior for Washburn, and that's going to give Washburn another point.
Yeah, Gordon better be careful. She just got called, or screamed through the net and pointed at the Jennies. You can get called for that very quickly if you do that too much.
Here's Antonowicz. Serves it back to Storm, or Barnum. And that's going to be a UCM point. Good play there by UCM. They're now up 12-7.
Thought Aubrey Bell might have hit that one too hard over the back line, but Washburn got a fingertip on it. I think it would have been out if they hadn't, but because they did, Gins get the point.
Bell does a good job of recovering it there. Keep the play alive. There's Sadler that hits it.
There's that dump I was waiting for from the setter. You think they're going up to set it, and all of a sudden it's just a really quick touch right over the top of the net. She came back corner with it. Jennies were out of position to defend.
Yeah, Anderson tried to pick that up, but it was just, like you said, not in position there to get it over. So Barnum with the hit there. Now Sadler assists it to Stevenson. And that's going to be a point on UCM because Stevenson hit the ball too far. When you go past the white line, even if it's inbounds, you can't go past that white line or else it's technically out of bounds or past the line. So now it's 13-8. That's going to be a point here on UCM. It's now 14-8.
They're saying that Jennies didn't block that one, that she actually hit it into the net. Jen's got an unofficial block because they forced her to change her attack.
So here's Barnum. Sadler. Good assist there to Stevenson. Fisher. Sadler again. And a nice kill there by Maxwell. Boy, she picked up that ball and she just pounced it right over the net. She was determined.
That was a short set. She didn't put the ball up very high on the set. Maxwell came over the top, and that was a quick one.
So now it's going to be Pascal. Lears. Sadler. And that's out of bounds there on Maxwell, so that's going to be a point for UCM. It's now 15-9.
Well, Maxwell will attack from anywhere on the court. She got the kill on the previous play from the left side. That time she rotated all the way over to the right, tried to come back left side with it. Man, they got her moving all over the court, which really makes it difficult to defend because you may, like I was talking about earlier, you can't just mark one player up and try and stop them. But you can try and flow your defense to the side where their top attacker is coming from. Try and flow your blocking that way. But if that player is moving left and right, moving all over the court, really hard to follow them. Plus, that gets you out of position and sets up other players. I mean, when you got Maxwell moving like she is and attacking, and then you got a player like Berg who's able to hit like she is, it's really hard to defend that team. Reason Washburn is 11-1 right now.
While you were saying Berg, she seems like she's like a well-oiled machine out there. Whenever the ball comes to her, she just has that power to always hit it back and over that net.
Well, she disappears for a while. We haven't seen her do anything in the last few plays. Now, she's not in the match right now, but she hasn't really been attacking that much of late. And then she's going to come into the game, all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, there she is.
Yeah, she's a little mysterious, if you will.
Yeah, Jalen Stevenson has 6 kills in this match, as does Kelsey Gordon. They both have 6. Berg has 7. Maxwell and Fitzgibbons each have 3, so they're coming from all over the court.
So back after Washburn's timeout, here's Offerdahl with the serve. Sadler. Good play there. That was Stevenson that tried to hit it over, but Lears made an amazing block.
Lears and Fisher went up together that time, blocked it to the back corner, and blocked it so hard it went to the back corner when everybody was up playing offense. Nobody back there to defend it.
Offerdahl serving. Sadler to Maxwell. Because it was touched by the Jennies, it's going to be a point now on Washburn.
And here comes Berg back into the match. Yeah, that's the difference. That time right there where it's not a blocking error, it's just a poor block. That time the two defenders had their hands turned to the sideline when the ball hit. And so the ball goes out of bounds and it's a point for Washburn. The time before that, they both go straight up in the air. They're able to put it back down on Washburn's side.
So Washburn got a point there after Lears was unable to get it. Serving it there was Stevenson. Lears. And just a little bit out of bounds there was Lears, so that's going to be another point for Washburn. It's 16-12 now, Jennies in the second set. Here's Stevenson serving. Back to Barnum. And just gets over that net was Fisher. And is unable to be picked up there by UCM. Now the Ichabods are looming. It's now 16-13 Jennies.
Berg got that kill. And that was set up by all of her previous kills because she has hit it so hard, has attacked so aggressively. And that time she came with the changeup. And the Jennies were caught back on their heels ready to defend the hard shot, the hard attack. That one wasn't the same case.
So UCM calls a timeout. They were up by a decent amount here early in this set. It's now a 3-point lead here for the Jennies in the second set. Got a really good crowd on hand here tonight at the multi-purpose building for a Saturday night.
Yeah, Washburn always travels really well. They've got the far side of the bleachers across from us. One whole row, one whole area is Washburn fans, but good contingents of Jennies fans here to watch this match tonight.
Yeah, there was a football game as well today. The Mules just came up short against Nebraska Kearney today, and now we're doing some volleyball action. So it's been a jam-packed day of events here on UCM Athletics. So now after the timeout here by the Jennies, here's Jalen Stevenson with the serve. Hits it back to Barnum. Good play there by Nix, who was touched in. That was Pascal trying to recover it, but it was unable to be played. So now that's going to be a point there for UCM. That was a good play there by Nix. She always has that power to really get that ball over the net and does a good job here for this Jennies team, amongst many others. Meanwhile, here's Storm with the serve. Sadler. Back to Maxwell. And that's going to be a kill for Maxwell.
Maxwell is an intense player. Every time she gets a big kill, she is screaming, pumping her fists. She is very emotional.
Yeah, she is pretty emotional. We just saw her there. So now it's a 17-14 Jennies lead here over Washburn in the second set. Here's Emma Williams, the freshman, serving. Bell. Sadler. Berg. Fisher. Berg again, but hits it out of bounds. So that's going to be a point for UCM.
She tried a little trickeration that time. She had her body angle like she was going to come far side, and she tried to just turn it last minute and hit it down the line. Got a little too much body language on that one.
So now here's Fisher. Sadler. Back to Fitzgibbons, touched by the Jennies. Good block there. Storm. Engelken. That's going to be a kill on Engelken. She hit it, but nobody there was in the back to cover it for Washburn, so now it's 19-14 Jennies. Here's Fisher again. And Stevenson did not mean to do that. She kind of just almost punched the ball, and it went nowhere, so that's going to be another point there for UCM.
That is Fisher's third service ace in this match. She had 7 coming in the first 11. She has 3 tonight.
There's Fisher again. And then was hit up to Storm, but couldn't really hit it back, so it's now 20-15 UCM over Washburn. Yeah, you mentioned Audrey Fisher, Joe. She was voted MIAA Player of the Week. She's always shown the best performances every game, it seems like, so she's a good player for sure. So here's Sadler serving for Washburn. Engelken gets it over the net, was able to be touched there by Washburn to keep the play alive. Offerdahl, Bell. Covering it there was Faith Rottinghouse. Engelken. And that's going to be a point there for UCM.
Yeah, they're going to get Washburn for getting into the net, so blocking there on the Ichabods.
So after the blocking error, it's now 21-15 Jennies over Washburn. Arlie Anderson there with the serve. To Storm. Engelken. Berg. And that's going to be another kill on Berg. She tried to hit it to the libero, Barnum, but she was unable to hit it back. Washburn's going to have some substitutions here real quick.
Berg has changed her approach in this set. First set, she was really attacking hard, coming with the fastball. She's changed up her pace a little bit in this second set, and it's caused Jen some problems.
There's Antanowicz with the serve. Bell. Sadler gets it over there, and nobody there for the Jennies. They were not really surrounded by the net like they usually are, so.
Well, that's that dump again where the setter is just going to look fake like she's going to set it. She sees something out of the corner of her eye and just dumps it over the net. Really hard to defend.
Last touch there by Washburn as Engelken got it over the net. Sadler.
Engelken did a good job of digging that one. Not that one, but the one before. Coming off the block by Washburn. Quick reaction to be able to get that ball back up so the Gents could keep playing.
So here's Washburn getting some more points on to keep this set alive. Bell hits it over. Sadler. Gordon. Bell flips it over. It's going to touch that railing, though, so it's going to be a point here for UCM. That's 22-18 now.
That's the second blocking error for Washburn.
Here's Bell to serve. Sadler. And that's going to be a Washburn point. That was almost out of bounds, but it just stayed in, and the Jennies were unable to recover that. It's now 22-19. Another sub here for Washburn. Emma Williams is coming into the game in replace of Allison Maxwell. Here's Faith Rottinghouse to serve, and that's going to be a service error. Did not get it over the net, so it's going to be an automatic Jennies point, and they'll have the ball. It's now 23-19.
Jennies need to close this one out right here.
Jennies, if they close this one out, they will even the set at 1 apiece. Here's Barnum serving it. Backhanded there was Gordon. Bell. Offerdahl just gets it over. And that little momentum she had, Washburn didn't have a lot of momentum to hit it, so as somebody was trying to assist it to another player, it was not really playable. So now it's 24-19. Game point here for the Jennies here in set number 2, and the crowd's up on their feet. Barnum hits it. going to be hit there by Stevenson. Bell. Sadler. Soft tap there by Stevenson. Lears. And that's going to be a point for UCM, and they win the second set. So it's even at 1 apiece. Washburn wins 25-14 in the first set, and then the Jennies win 25-16 in the second set, I believe.
19.
25-19, the Jennies win in the second set. So we're going to take a break, and then we will be back with the third set. Jennies and Ichabods are even at 1-1 apiece. We'll be back after
digital
these
media
commercial
production
messages.
with an emphasis in audio will enhance your skill set for work in radio, television, film, and beyond. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work on UCM Radio The Beat, as well as in film projects and live events. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in digital cinema will prepare you for all aspects of film production, such as screenwriting, editing, cinematography, and motion graphics. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work in film festivals, UCM's CTV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Back here at the UCM multi-purpose building, it is the #1 Washburn Ichabods in the house to play the 7th-ranked University of Central Missouri Jennies, 1 set apiece. Washburn won the first set 25-14. Jennies came back in the second set and won at 25-19. Just kind of what you would expect with 2 ranked teams, 2 teams in the top 10 on a Saturday night in Warrensburg, right, Nick?
Yeah, this has been a very good match. Hopefully UCM can capitalize a little bit. They've been getting better here in the second match, but Washburn has had a few errors that made UCM here clinch the second set.
Well, Gens are up to hitting 190. They were right around 110, 111 after the first set. Came back in the second set and have upped that to 190. On the flip side, Washburn was hitting around 320. They're down to 258. So Gens have gotten more aggressive, more accurate with their kill attempts, been able to get around some of those blocks. Still Washburn has 5 blocks. They only got 1 in that second set. They had 4 in the first set. Gens were able to take advantage with 3 service aces, took advantage of a Washburn service error. So finding other ways to score besides just dropping kills in there, doing a good job of not panicking after that first set, because they really looked out of sorts at the end of that first set. In this second set, they came out and they jumped out in front early. Just continue to roll from there.
Yeah, the Jennies seem like they're picking up the pieces here. They struggled a little bit in that first set, but now they've come back a little bit to even the set here at 1 apiece. Washburn is still out dueling them in hitting percentage, kills, digs, and some of those other areas, but it is closer. And we do have a few more sets left to be played here, so.
Washburn came into this one averaging 1.24 blocks per set. Right now they're averaging 2.5.
Yeah, this Washburn team is #1 MIAA standings, #1 best. #1 also in the AVCA top 25 coaches poll. So Washburn's really doing well, and the Jennies are doing a good job here too, as Offerdahl is in the game here to serve for set #3. It's going to be a kill there by Maxwell. Offerdahl just couldn't play it, so it's going to be a 1-0 Washburn lead. Serving it there, Rottinghouse. tapped over there by Fitzgibbons. Nix hits it, but she hits it too far, so it's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to be another point for Washburn.
Yeah, this isn't how the Jennies wanted to open up this third set. Don't let Washburn get any momentum early on.
Rottinghouse to serve it. Almost a service error, but it bounced off the net. Nix with a good play over the net. And unable to be picked up there for Washburn, so it's going to be a 2-1 lead with Jennies being on the board here. Bell to serve. And that was a good kill there by Jenna Berg. We thought she hit it out of bounds, but I guess it just stayed in bounds. And now it's 3-1.
They're saying it went off of one of the Jennies.
So here's Sadler now serving. Lears just kind of floated.
Wasn't that? It was Hannah Engelken thought it was soccer. She stuck her right foot out there trying to play it up off the floor. They don't allow you to do that, Hannah.
Oh, man. So now it's 4-1 Washburn. Sadler with the serve. Lears. Good play there by Barnum, the libero, and Lears hits it over the net for a kill, and that's going to be another Jennies point. It's going to be 4-2 here, Washburn.
Lear's 7th kill of the night against 1 error, 23 swings, 261 hitting percentage. She and Engelken both have 7 kills on the night. Engelken, no error. She's hitting .438.
So there's Barnum to hit it. Good play there by Berg, but was assisted very well and recovered by Bell. And that's going to be out of bounds for Washburn, so it's going to be a UCM point. It's now 4-3.
Berg has 11 kills tonight, hitting .229.
So here's Barnum. Sadler. Offerdahl with a great try. Lears tried to pick it up but couldn't pick it up, so it's going to be Washburn's point, 5-3. Now here's Antanowicz to serve. Lears. Offerdahl to Lears, but it's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, they're saying it went off the antenna. That little stick up there getting in the way.
Yeah, we've seen a few calls on that there, that little stick up there near the top of the net. And a good play there by Fisher. Little tap there by Gordon. Lears. Good play there from Stevenson. And that's going to be a point there on UCM. Audrey Fisher with another kill. So now it's 6-4 with the Jennies looming. Arlie Anderson serving. That ball almost hit the ground but was able to be picked up by Antanowicz on that set. But Fisher gets it up over that net and then was unable to be touched there by Washburn. So it's going to be another point here for UCM within one. It's 6-5 Washburn. Anderson. And that was a perfect kill there by Stevenson. Just kind of tapped it over the net and it almost bounced like a basketball. So it's another Washburn point. It's 7-5 now.
Yeah, Jennies get within one. Can't get any closer. Can't let this one get away from them.
Yeah, Jennies need to keep playing hard here like they do. Fisher, meanwhile, bounced it off the net but was recovered there by Washburn. Lears hits it over the net. Nice little tap there by Lears. Was unable to be picked up by Sadler, so it's going to be a kill for Lears. And the Jennies are within one. It's 7-6 Washburn.
Yeah, smart play. Lears came hard to play before that. Ball comes back over the net. She gets the back set from Bell and sees all the Washburn players playing back line, and she just dumps it into the hole.
So here's Lears. And Fisher almost had it over the net, but it didn't quite get through there, so it's going to be another point for Washburn.
Looks like they're telegraphing a little bit where they're going to be going with the ball because Washburn's having plenty of time to get their blocks set up. So they're getting set right there in the middle of the court, going up tight together and able to put the ball back down.
So now it's 8-6 here, Washburn.
That's the 10th block assist for Washburn in this set, or this match.
Offerdahl to Bell. And a good block there by Offerdahl. Wide open there to get it over. Bell. A nice recovery there by Storm. Fisher.
Great rally.
Yeah, this is a pretty good rally there. Libero, Riley Barnum was just unable to hit it there, so now it's going to be a 9-6 Washburn lead in this third set.
Well, and sometimes those sloppy hits over the net, those sloppy attacks where you really don't get your form underneath you, you're not really able to hit the ball like you want to, those are the hardest ones to defend because you're sitting there, you're ready for a tough shot coming at you, and somebody just flips it over the net, and you can't defend it. Service error by Washburn gives the ball back to the Jennies.
So a service error was called there on Washburn, so now Jennies, Fisher served it and tried to hit it with one hand there back to Anderson. Bell. Good play there by Engelken. Nice play there, but was touched by Engelken. And it's going to be a Washburn point.
We have ball handling there to the Jennies, so she got it with got two touches on it. Jennies aren't getting any of these long rallies. Ball keeps in the air. They keep playing it. These long rallies. The Jennies aren't getting the points off of these.
And Flip's talking with the official there. Nix is going to be subbed back in for Anderson. So now it's going to be Stevenson to serve for Washburn. Nix. And it hits the net, but nobody was there to touch it. Really couldn't be playable, so that's another Washburn point. 11-7
again coming up with the block.
So here's Stevenson. Back to Bell. Bell flips it over, but it's going to be out of bounds. So it's going to be another Washburn point. Seems like Jennies are kind of making a little bit of simple miscues here. We've seen out of bounds plays, issues with the net, the ball. So now there's going to be a timeout. It's 12-7 here in the third set. Washburn over UCM.
And that's that perilous point that I talk about. You don't want to get down 5 points because it is so hard to put 5 points in a row to be able to come back. And then you've got to take the lead on top of it. You maybe get 2, 3 in a row and get it close, but then to get to that 5 and then get the 6 to get the lead, just so hard. And even if you do get the 6 to get the lead, it's so hard to keep it, then get to 7, then get to 8, and really start building it still.
Yeah, especially when you have a team here like Washburn, you know, they've only lost one game and they're just dominant for sure. It is definitely tough to score 5 points here as the Jennies are down by 5 points in a row and being able to come back, but let's see what they can do as they just finished the timeout. It's going to be Stevenson serving here for Washburn. And let's see if the Jennies here can get some points up. Nix. And that's going to be a miscue. Communication was lacked there because you had Engelken and Bell left and right side of the court, but the ball just bounced in front of them and couldn't really have been hit, so it's going to be another point there for Washburn.
Well, nobody's going to be able to really do anything with that anyway. They just needed to get the ball over the net. Somebody needed to step up and take command and just bump that one over, and neither one could get it done. Another service error by Washburn.
Yeah, so with the service error, it's now 13-8 Washburn as Offerdahl serves it. Sadler. Nice play there by Berg, and then is recovered by Offerdahl and Storm to keep the drive alive. It's going to be another Washburn point as that ball was inbounds but was unable to be hit by the Jennies. It's now 14-8 Washburn.
I tell you what, Gina Berg is the real deal. She can tomahawk that thing. She can place it. She can hit it soft. She is all over the court.
So Rottinghouse to serve it. Nix. Nice play there over the net. Bell. Nice little fist move there by Fitzgibbons. And Washburn was just unable to continue getting that ball there. So it's going to be a UCM point, 14-9. Bell here. Going to serve it. It's going to be another Washburn point. It's going to be Sadler now to serve. It's going to be Engelken with the hit there.
I'm always impressed by volleyball players' body control. You saw that last time. Looked like Fitzgibbons went up for the block, didn't get it back over the net, came back to her. She throws an elbow out there, has the body control to get an elbow out there to get that ball back up in the air. They're able to continue playing.
That was a good play there by UCM. Nix with the stop. It's now 15-11.
Heron wants to say that she was over the net. I kind of thought she was a little over the net. That ball was on the Jennies' side. She just pushed it back over.
And a good dig there, or a kill, excuse me, by Jenna Berg. Yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah, that time she came back with the fastball. She's been throwing a little curve, throw a little change up here this third set. That time she came back with a fastball. And just like in baseball, whenever you come up with a changeup, that fastball seems a lot hotter. That's how it was when she made that attack.
So here's Lears. Lears again. Tried to stop there was Sadler. Nix. Good block there by Washburn. Sadler. Another good play by Stevenson. Nix to Sadler. Lears. And it's going to touch that railing again of the net. The official's pointing to it, so it's going to be another Washburn point, 17-11.
That's another block by Washburn. I tell you what, they are doing a super job. They're reading something the Jennies are doing, because that is their 7th block of the match.
Meanwhile there, Bell was unable to pick it up for UCM, so now it's going to be another Washburn point. Yeah, you mentioned the blocks. You know, it seems like especially in that first set, Washburn and UCM were so close to the net that they had a little bit more of a blocking advantage, but Washburn has outdone them in that category. Meanwhile, we see Nix here try to hit it over the net, but it touched, so that's going to be a point for Washburn again. And now Coach Piontek is calling a timeout. He wants to have a conversation with his players and see what they can do to clean things up a little bit. So we'll be back here after the timeout. You're watching CTV Sports Network.
WK has been serving Central Missouri for over 100 years, a family atmosphere driven by 4 generations of ownership. Whether you're in the market for a car, truck, or SUV, our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff is here to assist with your next vehicle purchase. Or if your current vehicle needs maintenance, our award-winning service department with master certified technicians will work on any make or model. We want you to join the WK family and see why it's a great day at WK. Visit WKFamily.com or come see us in Sedalia and Booneville.
All right, so we are back here. UCM Jennies against Washburn Ichabods. The sets are even apiece. We're in the third set right now. Washburn won the first set 25-14, and UCM won the second set 25-19. But it's all Washburn now in this third set. Jennies are trying to capitalize here as they are down 19-11. As Taylor Antanowicz comes up to serve here for Washburn. Good play there by Barnum. Lears hits it to Offerdahl. Nix. I think Washburn kind of fooled themselves, Joe, because Nix hit it hard to where I don't know if it would have stayed in bounds on that play, but here's Sadler. Bell. Offerdahl, good assist to Fisher. Bell. Nix. And that was a very good kill there by Gordon. She just slapped that thing as hard as she could, and it got over the net, and UCM was unable to retrieve it. It's now 20-11 Washburn.
Well, this is just a really patient team, Nick. They do a good job of keeping the ball in play, keeping all of the rallies going, and they look like sharks just circling the kill until they get the ball that they want.
And that's going to be a UCM point as Washburn was unable to retrieve it. Yeah, it seems like Washburn really knows what they're doing. You know, they're not making as many miscues as the Jennies have been, and you know, they're staying in the game pretty well. So let's see if they can keep it up and see if the Jennies can score here too. And that's going to be a Washburn point, as it was just fair, but nobody was able to make it up there for the Jennies. It's now 21-12 Washburn. And now they're going to sub somebody in.
Well, they've just done a better job of attacking. They're hitting 262 in this match compared to 146 for the Jennies. They had 68 digs versus 63 for the Gens, so they're digging more of them out. But they're so accurate with their attacks, and then their blocking has just been stellar.
Yeah, they've done very good for blocking for sure. Meanwhile, Lears hits it. Fisher, Offerdahl, and Lears. Good fist barrel there by Maxwell. That's going to be another kill on Maxwell.
That should have been 4 hits on Washburn because they tried to do that dump set. Yeah, coach is going to take a look at that one. They tried to go with Sadler with the dump. Hit off the top of the net, back on her side, and she hit it again, and that would have been or she set it then and somebody else hit it. That's 4 touches.
So coach is going to challenge it.
So you get the dig. She goes for the set. She's going to try and dump it over the net. It hit the top of the net right back to her. She set it, and then somebody else hit it. That's 4 hits.
So they're looking here at the replay monitors to see what's going on here, if it is indeed a extra hit.
Ball kept in play, so you have to wait till it's a side out or the point before you can challenge it.
We mentioned Jenna Berg, how extremely tough she is. She's the team leader in kills, that 148 kills that we mentioned. She leads the team in that department. Sadler leading in assists. The blocks have been really good too for Washburn. It's all because of Maxwell there. She has 51 blocks, along with a few other players that do well in that category, but Maxwell's been the primary component when it comes to the blocks.
Yeah, they just looked at the replay, and they've told Coach Piontek that the point went to Washburn. And he's still questioning it. He's saying, I don't think you looked at the right thing, because there's no way that wasn't 4 hits.
So not what the UCM Jennies wanted there.
Well, they're going to go back to the monitor and take another look at it.
So they're going to look again here.
I wish I could see this replay myself, because when it happened, I was watching it going, whoa, whoa, that ball didn't go over, didn't get touched.
Yeah, I think I saw you holding your hand up like 4-4, and so that's what they're.
Well, I don't think Sadler could hit it again. She's the one that set it, or tried to go with the dump. It hit the net, came right back. Somebody else should have been the one to have to play that. She can't play it to herself off the net. It hits the net, comes back. One of the other Ichabods is going to have to make the next touch, which they didn't. Sadler came back and set it, and then somebody else went for the attack.
So we will see what the call is here, as the officials are still looking at the replay monitors.
Coach Heron's complaining, wants to know why are they going back to review it when they only got one review.
Because then if they change the call, then you're really going to.
Oh, if they change the call, he is going to go nuts. Yeah, this Washburn team's relaxed. They're dancing to the music playing over there.
I think I heard the coach say, let's go too, so. And here's the call.
He's still getting it to Washburn. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about, because I didn't see anything else in that sequence that would have been questionable that you would have gone to challenge. I'll be interested to talk to Coach Piontek after the match if that's what it was actually about.
So the call does not go into UCM's favor, so it's going to be Emma Williams here to serve. That's going to be a good play there for UCM as they have a point. It's now 22-14. They're 22-13. Storm serving it. Sadler. Maxwell. Bell. And tried to backhand it there was Antanowicz. Wasn't able to really do that well, so.
Well, this is what you want to see if you're Coach Piontek. You're down 22-14, not likely to come back and win this one. Just odds aren't in your favor. Continue to battle. Continue to fight. Find something that's working so you can build on it that next set.
Storm serving it. Good play there by Fisher. That was an amazing kill. And now it's 22-15 Ichabods.
She got lost in the traffic, rotated really well over to the right side.
Coach Heron's not happy with Washburn there. We saw him questioning something.
Well, I think he's upset about the delay that took place. Feels like that it took all their momentum away and gave it to the Jennies.
So now it's going to be another point there for Washburn. Nix is going to be subbed into the game here for Anderson. Going to hit it. There's Pascal. Nix. Sadler. A good block there by Offerdahl. That was Stevenson who tried to hit it over. But that block results in a UCM point. It's now 23-16. Here's Fisher serving it. And it's almost a service error, but it just bounced off the net. Was able to be playable for Washburn, and now that's a kill there. And that's going to be a point here for UCM. It's 23-17. Here's Fisher. Nice little play there by Bell. And that's going to be a UCM point. It's now 23-18. So, Joe, you mentioned that, you know, if you're the Jennies with them being down by this much, you just want them to fight and all that, and they're doing that so far.
Yeah, they have done that. They've done a nice job of tightening up, getting refocused, coming in and attacking. Coach Heron is still all over the officials saying that it's, I mean, he came off the bench, called that timeout, pointed at both officials and said, this is on you two, because they had the momentum. And then Coach Piontek, smart challenge. I think he did the right thing. They looked at the monitor, and what they looked at was not what he asked them to look at. So the down official went back to the monitor, looked at the review again, still gave the point to Washburn. But Heron's saying that broke the momentum for his team. And I can't blame him. I mean, I'd be upset too, because it did take their momentum away. The Jennies took advantage of that. But Coach Piontek was right in questioning the call. Official was right in going back to the monitor when he didn't get to see what he thought he was supposed to be seeing, what play he was supposed to be seeing. And the Jennies have done a good job of taking advantage of that and rallying.
Yeah, you can see Coach Heron not being happy for Washburn. They had a pretty good momentum, and it's slowly starting to be taken away after the delay. And now the timeout.
Heron's always a guy that is on the edge of getting that unsporting penalty.
So here's Fisher now to serve it. 23-18 Ichabods over the Jennies. And that's a good kill there by Maxwell. It's now 24-18 Washburn and a match point over the Jennies.
Washburn hitting 270 in this set at 146 for the Jennies. Jennies in set number 2 hit 308 to 196 for Washburn. So you can see whoever's hitting it, they're the ones getting the wins. That sounds kind of obvious, but there's other ways to get the points. You know, you can hit it poorly, you just hit it more often. Washburn's doing both.
That was a good kill there. That was Hannah Engelken with the kill, so now it's 24-19 Washburn. Offerdahl to serve it, and that is going to be a service error. Washburn takes the third set here, 25-19. So UCM took it 25-19 in the second set. Now Washburn takes it 25-19 in the third set. So we're going to take a break here, but then we will be back with the fourth set here on CTV Sports Network.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in digital journalism will develop your skill set for work in multimedia outlets, including print, online, and broadcast. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classroom, and students can showcase their work online at digitalberg.com and in the student-led newspaper, The Mule Skinner. For more information on this or other concentrations within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio and remote will enhance your knowledge in multi-camera studio shows as well as multi-camera live event productions. Our professors bring real-world experience into the classroom, and students can showcase their work through different media outlets including live streaming, UCM CTV, and digitalberg.com. For more information on this or other concentrations, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Set number 4 about to occur here from the multi-purpose building in Warrensburg, Missouri. The Jennies and Ichabods here. As we mentioned, Washburn took the first set 25-14. UCM took the second set 25-19. And then just this past set, Washburn took the set 25-19.
Jennies will be back here in action Thursday, September 30th at 6 p.m. to take on Pittsburgh State. And then Saturday they travel down to Joplin to face Missouri Southern in a 7 p.m. set. They used to play those matches, Pittsburgh State, Missouri Southern, only 30 minutes apart. They'd go on the road to play both of them over a Thursday, Saturday, but I guess they're changing that schedule up a little bit. And then they have a couple of games, 3 in a row back home, October 8th, 9th, and 14th against Nebraska Kearney, Fort Hays State, and Central Oklahoma. So haven't gotten to play home very much in the early part of this season. Then we get a little stretch where we're going to be home quite a bit.
So let's see if the Jennies can even up the set here. If they win this set, then we're going to be going to set number 5.
Yeah, they got to find a way to cool down Washburn. They're hitting 262 in this match. Still 7 total blocks. That's just unreal. Through 3 sets, 7 total blocks, 12 assists, 1 solo.
And that hitting percentage is a little bit of surprise because according to the stats here, UCM does rank first in opponent hitting percentage. We mentioned that against, I believe it was Emporia State. They held Emporia State to .65. .065, yeah. .065 for a hitting percentage. It's the 5th team that UCM's held under 1% for a hitting percentage. So let's see if UCM can increase those numbers just a little bit as we get ready here for set number 4 between these two. Top player right now for UCM is Hannah Engelken, 10 kills. Sydney Lears also has 11 kills and 7 digs. So here we go in set 4. That's going to be Lears with a nice kill there, and that's going to put UCM on the board. It's going to be 1-0.
Get that all-important first point.
Yeah, if you score early, then you're most likely going to do well. So Sadler here. And that was a good kill there. That was that was Allison Maxwell. And that's going to be a tie points now for UCM and Washburn. So it's going to be Rottinghouse here to serve it. Bell. Lears. Sadler. And a good recovery there by Offerdahl. Anderson was in the middle of there. Lears. Good long duel here. Let's see if the Jennies can win this long duel. And they do. So it's going to be a point for UCM. It's 2-1 now. Jennies over the Ichabods.
Lears and Engelken have the hot hand. Lears with 12 kills, Engelken with 11. Engelken's 11 of 22, no errors, hitting 500. Get the ball in their hands, let them work.
Offerdahl with the serve. Good assist there from Rottinghouse to Berg. Berg is so tough on the Washburn end.
She comes from the back end and sprints up.
And Offerdahl did a very good job of recovering that play from Berg, but was unable to get it there, so now Washburn's tied it up at 2.
Flip Piontek is not happy because they're talking through the net. He does not like that.
Sadler with the recovery here. And Berg just hits it a little bit too far. You know, we've seen her toughness with those kills pay off, but sometimes she just tends to hit it a little too hard.
Well, that's, you know, you get up there and tomahawk it like that. Sometimes it's going to go over that far line, but you just keep hitting.
Here's Storm now to serve it. Sadler. Berg. And she kind of just hit it with her bare hand. That was Bell, but was unable to get it over the net. It's another point for Washburn. Flip is going to sub in some players. That's going to be Nix is out.
And Van
Buskirk is in. So this is the first time we've seen Van Buskirk go in the game. Van Buskirk hits it over Offerdahl's head, and she's going to have a nice kill there. Van Buskirk with that point. It's now 4-3 Jennies. So here's Barnum, the libero. Good recovery there by Offerdahl. That was Gordon that tried to hit it over, and then Bell comes right near the line to hit it. Good recovery there by Rottinghouse. Rottinghouse backhands it, then to Storm. Fisher taps it. That's going to be a Washburn point.
I think the Jennies thought that was out. Said it went off of one of them.
So now Washburn's going to sub in some players. That's Emma Williams in the game. Fitzgibbons is coming out, so Williams is going to serve here for Washburn. And almost ran into the libero. That was Storm, but they collided a little bit but managed to keep the ball in play. Van Buskirk. Bell hits it just over the net.
Storm did a good job of getting that one back up and playable. It pays off for the Jennies. They get the point.
That was a good block there by Maxwell, but she was unable to get it over the net, so it's now a point for the Jennies. It's 5-4 now.
Both teams were trying to rush in subs. Down referee didn't get a chance to check them into the match.
So Anderson now comes into the game. Van Buskirk with first kill on the first time in the game. And that's going to be a service error on UCM. So now it's going to be a Washburn point. We're tied up at 5.
It's Arlie Anderson into the match for the Jennies. Going to try and guide that one right over the top of the net. Drop it in, but a little too hard.
Here's Pascal to serve it. To Barnum, to Bell. And Bell hit it well, but it was just a little bit too hard. You know, sometimes players, they tend to get excited and they think they're going to get the ball over the net, but sometimes they hit it just a little bit too hard. So because of that, Washburn's up now. It's 6-5. Offerdahl to Fisher. Off of Rottinghouse, who then backhands it to Fisher. And a little toughness there on the play between Offerdahl and Maxwell. Maxwell managed to block it, and then the Jennies couldn't hit it, so that's another Ichabod's point. It's 7-5.
Early going. Washburn hitting 250, Jennies 231, Jennies hitting 188. Got to step it up.
Bell just taps it over. And then Stevenson taps it over. Offerdahl to Bell. Bell. And Antonowicz is just going to hit it right near the scores table, so that's going to be a point here for UCM.
Jennies attacking more than Washburn. They have 151 attacks. Washburn with 145. They're making more errors, and they're hitting into more blocks.
So that's going to be a service error here for the Jennies. So now Washburn's going to get a point there. It's 8-6.
And those unforced errors like that you cannot have. You've got to get the ball in play. Make them beat you in the game in a tight match like this.
So here's Stevenson to serve it. Offerdahl, Fisher. Good toughness there by Washburn, but they were unable to get it. That's a good kill there for Fisher. It's now 8-7 Ichabods. So here's Fisher with the serve. Nice play there by Berg. And then she is so tough. She tried to hit it over the net, but it actually bounced on the net.
But she got the attack. Got it dug right back. I mean, it got dug over the net. She comes up and hits it again. And the Jennies aren't able to return it.
So there's Rottinghouse. Lears. And Bell collided in there with the libero Barnum, but was able to pick that back up to extend the duel. And then Anderson makes a nice play, gets it over there. Got a little dueling here. Offerdahl back to Engelken. And it was almost just dropped by Washburn, but then UCM gets the point.
That's the first long rally that the Jennies have won.
Yeah, that was a very good and tough rally.
And they did not look good in doing it. They don't give style points. They were falling all over each other, trying to get that ball back up in the air, keep it in play. But to their credit, they stayed with it and ultimately outlast Washburn.
That's going to be another point here on Washburn. It's 10-8 now. So Sadler's going to serve it. Van Buskirk there. And a nice recovery there by Offerdahl to keep the play alive. Washburn just lets it stay in bounds, so that's going to be a point for them. As the Jennies were unable to hit it back, it's 11-8 now.
You can only do that so many times, that diving for balls, sprawling on the floor, getting back up and trying to get back into position before you get a little disjointed in where you are on the court. Really makes it difficult to come back and play.
So here's Sadler. And a nice play there by Lears. Bell. Good assist there from Offerdahl to Engelken.
Yeah, Offerdahl did a great job of saving that one before it went over the net. She's able to bring it back so they can keep playing it.
Van Buskirk with a good play there over the net. And unable to retrieve it there is the libero Riley Barnum, so that's going to be another point for Washburn. It's now 12-8.
I'll tell you what, this is a top 10 match if ever there was one. Number 1 versus number 7. Ball going back and forth. Two great teams really battling it out.
Yeah, I knew this would be a great game for sure, and a decent one too. Lears tries to get it over. Unable to be picked up, though, by Washburn, so Lears with the point. It's now 12-9.
Well, we're coming up on 2 hours of action, and we're only halfway through set number 4, so that tells you they haven't been playing that long of a match. Been playing a long time because of these long rallies. And that's going to turn out to say, okay, which team's in better condition to be able to handle that.
Yeah, I think when you say the long rallies, Washburn is doing a good job. I think just avoiding miscues that have had to end the rallies, but the Jennies were able to stop them on one. It's going to be a service error here for UCM.
Well, the gap has tightened up. Jennies are hitting in this set. Jennies hitting 250, Washburn 259. Washburn has 9 kills, Jennies have 8. Washburn has 2 errors, Jennies have 1. Those service errors are getting the Jennies right now.
Yeah, Jennies need to keep it up on that hitting percentage so they can stay first. They rank first, as I mentioned, in opponent hitting percentage. Meanwhile, Bell tries to hit it over but was touched by Washburn, so that's going to be a point there for the Jennies. It's now 13-11. Jennies have now climbed up on the hitting percentage against Washburn. Washburn was ahead the entire game, but now it's a 276 hitting percentage over a 259 Washburn hitting percentage. And a good play there by Kelsey Gordon. Offerdahl was unable to maintain it, so now it's a 14-11 Washburn lead.
I was going to say that looks nice on the stat sheet. Jennies out hitting Washburn, but Washburn's leading on the scoreboard, and that's what counts.
Serving it for Washburn is Fitzgibbons. And that's a good dig or kill there by Audrey Fisher. She just hit it right over and nobody was there to recover it, so now it's 14-12. Washburn. As Arlie Anderson is coming to serve. Sadler. Maxwell again with a kill. Very powerful hit there, and now it's 15-12 Washburn. So here's Chloe Pascal for Washburn. Bell hits it over, but the Washburn player touched it and was unable to get in there, so it's going to be 15-13 now. Washburn over the Jennies. Here's Bell to serve. Sadler. Punches it as Maxwell. Fisher just recovered there by Rottinghouse for Washburn. Fisher taps it and is unable to be hit there by Washburn, so that was a nice little tap by Fisher to get the kill. UCM's within one now. It's 15-14 Washburn.
This is two heavyweights just going toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring right now.
So here's Bell here. Let's see if the Jennies can tie it here and make things interesting. Lears. Sadler. Stevenson. Offerdahl taps it. Good hit there is Stevenson. Lears with the nice tap. Fisher. Good block there by Stevenson. Good block there by Fisher on the play by Maxwell. And that was a little bit of another duel that we were talking about that UCM fails to maintain. So now Washburn scores on that. It's 16-14 now.
Washburn is just winning this match at the net. They're doing such a good job, and consistently, the Jennies that rally did a really fine job at the net, but Washburn just consistently throughout this match has been able to get up, put the ball back on the Jennies side, and thwart their attacks.
So here's Stevenson there, and unable to pick it up was Fisher. So it's going to be another Washburn point. It's going to be 17-14 now. Washburn looking to win this match and improve to 12-1 on the season.
You watch, if Washburn gets this point, Coach Piontek will call a timeout.
Here's Stevenson. Fisher is unable to be maintained there by Anderson, so now it's another point here by Washburn.
That's another block.
And we've talked about it the whole game, blocks. It's been a big difference to this game. Washburn has outdueled the Jennies in that department. Meanwhile, the Washburn Ichabods have a .273 hitting percentage.
Yeah, 9 total blocks for Washburn in this match. 16 assists, 1 solo. You think they've got 3 blocking errors, but as much as they've been at the net, as many times they've been up there at the net, 3 blocks or blocking errors. That's impressive. And I mean, every match you've got players coming to the net, and that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to go up and block the ball, at least redirect it, at least slow down the momentum, give themselves a chance to play it, if not putting it back on the other team's side. But to drop this many, they have just been really, really efficient. Done a great job, Diggs, too. 94-83, Washburn with the lead, which means they're getting the ball back up on the Jennies' attacks, giving themselves a chance to get up on the attacking side.
You know, UCM ranks well in some of these categories. They're third in blocks, as we mentioned, first in opponent hitting percentage, but they are just not getting to those factors. Meanwhile, as we see Stevenson serving here for Washburn, 18-14 Washburn over the Jennies. Offerdahl there back plays it to Lears. There's a good play there. That was a good play by Maxwell with the kill. Unable to be picked up by UCM. It's now 19-14.
Well, this Maxwell's going to burst a blood vessel at some point in this match. She is intense. I love to watch her play. She's really solid at the net. She's doing a great job attacking offensively. She's very accurate, hitting .455. But, oof.
So here's Stevenson now. Fisher. Good block there by Offerdahl and Fisher in there. Back to Bell. Fisher taps it. That's what she does best. You know, she makes these very nice kills that, you know, they're not very aggressive. She either just taps them or she can get it just very well over the net. And with that point, UCM is now down by 4.
Well, she's got good placement.
Fisting it there was Maxwell. Nix hitting it over. Offerdahl with a good play. She hit that one-handed, and that was a good play for the Jennies. They're now down 3. It's 19-16 Washburn.
She found that back corner and just dropped it right over the defense.
So here's Fisher now with the serve. She always hits it with her fist, Maxwell. I always see it just like surprised, like she hasn't torn her fist.
Well, she comes up. She's not really she's not opening her hand all the way. She's kind of closing her knuckles down. But she's not hitting it with her fist. She could be going straight up in the air, but she's closing that hand down when she's coming through it.
That's got to hurt, I feel like. But nice play there by Jenna Berg for another kill. It's now 20-17. Washburn over UCM. Joe, I'm kind of surprised that Coach Piontek hasn't called a timeout. I know you said that if Washburn was going to score again, he would.
Well,
but
he called it right then. Whenever they scored that next point, he did call the timeout, but the Jennies have dueled with them, gone back and forth. If they get, once Washburn gets to 22, if the Jennies aren't at 20, then he'll call another timeout.
Yeah, you got to. I feel like this is a pretty crucial set. Meanwhile, Lears just taps it over the net. Offerdahl, Lears. Little intense match there right in the middle of the net. There's a really good play there by the Jennies. Sadler was right there to try to hit it over, but because it bounced, the Jennies get another point. They're within 2 now. It's 20-18 Washburn.
When you get those jousts at the net, you just want to be stronger and be the last one with their hands on the ball.
Berg. Good play there by Engelken. Sadler. Good play there by Berg. That's going to be another kill on Jenna Berg to put Washburn up 21-18.
Boy, when they need a point, they go to Berg.
Berg has 17 kills in this match. Now 18. That was her 18th. 18 kills and a dig. Nobody has a double-double except for the Jennies, Aubrey Bell. 10 kills and 23 digs. Meanwhile, UCM was unable to pick it up there, so it's going to be another point for Washburn. The libero, Barnum, was right there to the net but was unable to corral it.
Coach Piontek's going to let him play it out.
So Coach is going to let him play it out here. It's 22-18 Washburn over UCM. Sadler serving. Engelken hits it to the hands of Stevenson, who manages to recover it. Offerdahl to Engelken. That was a good kill there by Engelken. And she keeps the Jennies within 3. It's 22-19. Engelken with the most kills in the lineups at 13. Sadler punches it as Gordon. That's going to be a point, though, on UCM. She wasn't even able to get that over the net, so now it's within 2 points, and Chris Herron Rightfully so, he's going to call a timeout and see if this Washburn team can finish here, because if they finish, then the match is over.
Yeah, he didn't like what he saw. The Jennies got 3 straight points there to close that gap. They were down 22-19. Now it's 22-20 or 22. I don't know. They were down 3 points, and they've come back, made it 22-20. Done a good job of fighting back and staying in this match, keeping it going. Really thought that once they got to 22, Coach Piontek would call the timeout. Instead, he said, I'm going to let my team play it out. They get the next 3. Yeah, they're down 22-17. Now it's 22-20, and they've got a chance.
So the Jennies are down here 22-20 as the teams finish up their conversations. We've seen some good matchups here between both teams. Aubrey Bell, as I mentioned, is the only player that has a double-double in this game, 10 kills and 24 digs. And here's Jackie Storm to serve it for UCM. And that's going to be a service error.
That ball just floated. It took off over the net. Looked like it hit a jet stream and just kept on going.
And, Joe, that was big because, you're almost to the game point, and, that's not the first service error we've seen by UCM in this match.
No, you had the momentum. Coach Herron, good timeout, stopped that momentum for the Jennies, and then they come out next serve and get the error.
So it's now 23-20. Good hit there by Van Buskirk. Engelken offered all back to Van Buskirk. That was a good play there. 3 players, and Van Buskirk gets it over the net. And now it's 23-21. Ichabod's on the skin of their teeth trying to capture this match. Barnum. Sadler. That was a really good block there by Van Buskirk. Tell you what, Van Buskirk, she's one of the players, the substitutes, that I've been really impressed with.
Yeah, she came in and provided the spark.
And when she came in on the first time, she averaged 1 kill. So now it's 23-22, Ichabod's over Jennies.
Coach Herron called another timeout, try and break up that momentum. Jen's got to come out of this one. Where last time they come out of the timeout and they get a service here, couldn't need to come out this time and just get the ball in play. Give yourselves a chance. You're down 1. You got to win by 2, so you close this gap, get it to 23-23, and then you've got a new ball game.
And that service error was big there for the Jennies. Otherwise, they would be tied here in this 4th set against Washburn. So another timeout has been called. UCM's doing pretty well here, despite being down in the set. They just need to finish strong here, and let's see if we can maybe advance to a 5th set here. There has never been 5th sets played. So let's see what they can do here as the teams come back out on the court, and we have the libero, Riley Barnum, serving.
Looking over there to the left, buddy of mine, Kason Watson, got the Let's Go Jennies chant going. When his sister was his age, she used to get this whole place rocking.
And Van Buskirk with another powerful kill, and that's going to tie the game at 23. Van Buskirk just showing off her skills, and
well, that's got this crowd in it too.
Yeah, there's a good crowd here tonight at the multi-purpose building. So it's 23-23, Jens and Ichabods in set 4. And that's going to be a kill there for Washburn as she just buries it over the net. And now it's a 1-point Ichabod lead. And if they score 1 more, then this game is over.
And the F official just warned Washburn. They were screaming through the net. about the third or fourth time I've seen that tonight. That's the first time I've seen them call it. They called one of the Washburn players over to talk to her about it. It's an emotional game. I mean, this is a battle. This is the one for if the Jennies win this one, you got to go to a fifth set. If Washburn wins it, match is over. 24-23. Jennies have just come back from down 22-17 and tied it. Washburn goes and they get the point that puts them up. Yeah, it's emotional. You get excited. You get pumped up about it. I'm not faulting Washburn for that at all. Yeah, it's referee's responsibility to keep it under control.
Yeah, this has been a pretty intensive game here.
I like it and I don't like it. I can't stand when I look out there on the court in basketball and volleyball, football field, and see players jawing at each other. If you've got enough energy and enough wind to jaw at the other team, then you're not playing hard enough. You need to be, if you're going to talk, you need to be talking to your team, not to the other team. At the same time, I love the energy. I love the emotion, the excitement. Some of that's just unbridled. It just pours out of you because you're so into the match. And that's what you love to see. That's what's great about sport. It's just that energy, just that excitement.
And that's what's great about these two teams, Joe. You know, Washburn's got a great group of girls. The Jennies have a great group of girls, all just charismatic, kind, respectful individuals that, you know, just want to have fun and get along. And so here we go, 24-23. Ichabod's looking to win it here. It's going to be Offerdahl to Fisher, Sadler, and that's going to end the game on a kill by Maxwell. She has been dominant this entire game, so that ends it. Washburn's going to win the fourth set and the match, 25-23. Jennies are going to fall to 10-2 on the season. This is going to be their first loss in conference play, as Washburn advances to 12-1 and is still number one in the MIAA standings with that Central Missouri loss. As we see Washburn clapping and raising hands together. This was a powerful win for sure for Chris Herron and his squad.
Well, they're the number one team in the country for a reason. They just came in here against a 7th-ranked team in their house and won it in 4. And they had to battle. The games that they won, the sets that they won, they owned those sets, those first 2 sets. This one, they had to fight for it. They had to fight through some adversity, and they were able to come away with the win. So kudos to Washburn, great match. Kudos to the Jennies. They fought hard. They played very well. Just came in against got a little overpowered in this one tonight.
Yeah, very intense game for sure. The game just surpassed 2 hours, so it's about a 2-hour and 2-minute game for 4 sets, which is pretty long, but I'd say it was worth it to watch. These 2 outstanding squads competing here in a volleyball game, and Washburn escapes it here in set number 4 with a 25-23 win. We'll be right back after these messages on Central TV, CTV Sports Network.